People like to warn you about obsession. They tell you it's unhealthy, that you should find balance. But balance doesn't save you when everything in your life is collapsing. In Shamo, Ryu doesn't become consistent because he finds discipline. He becomes consistent because letting go would mean disappearing. When you've already lost everything, obsession becomes structure. It gives your days shape when nothing else does. That's why he keeps training. Not because he believes in success, but because stopping would leave him alone with the consequences of who he used to be. Sometimes obsession isn't a flaw, it's a rope. And you don't criticize someone for holding on tight when they're hanging over nothing.
There's a moment, quiet, subtle, that sneaks up on you. I wouldn't call it a breakdown, certainly not a crisis, more of a question. A whisper in the back of my mind. Not in a sad way. Not in a way that suggests things aren't ideal, but in a way that suggests I might just be playing it safe. That somewhere between routine and comfort, I started building walls where there should have been windows and realized, you know what? Maybe I'm not done. Because greatness, it's not a finish line you cross. It's a road you choose. And you choose it every single day.
There's something inside of me that is asking me for everything. Not just something, everything. There's something inside of me that is asking me for more every single day. I don't want to be known by some, it's asking me to be known by everyone. It's not asking me to just be someone, to just be good, to just be better than average. It's asking me to be the greatest of everyone. The greatest. I cannot rest. I cannot be on vacations and just rest, because for me, work is not tiring. It fuels me. Doing stuff outside of my comfort zone is what gives me power. Doing things that everyone has to see. And I think about that every single day. I cannot stop thinking about that. Even when I'm on social situations, I still, on the back of my mind, there's this voice asking me to go and perform.
Maybe I want to know what happens if I chase the edge again. Maybe I want to know who I become when I strip away the good enoughs and go all in. Maybe it's curiosity. Maybe it's something deeper. A belief buried beneath life's distractions that I can still become something truly rare. A one percenter, a hybrid athlete, a man with a body forged by discipline and a mind sharpened by purpose. And look, I'll level with you, I have no idea exactly where this path leads. But maybe that's the beauty of it. Because I do know this, there's a price for ignoring that voice. And that price is a hefty one. It's regret. Me, I'd rather sweat, stumble, and struggle than live with the question of what could have been. This upcoming year could be messy. It might hurt. Who knows what it'll bring? But one thing it won't be is boring. I've learned that talk is cheap. Philosophy sounds great over coffee. Theories, they make great posts on social media. But doing is the difference. Doing is the separator. I'm not saying I'll be an Olympian. I'm not saying I'll break records. But I am saying I will be unrecognizable in 12 months. And that starts here, with the old version of me dying. The version that settled, that cut corners, that negotiated with comfort, that waited for motivation to strike. He has to go, because this road demands more. It demands a different version of me, and I'm ready for that evolution. From this point forward, suffering is no longer the exception, it's the path, the process, the requirement. Pain is the price of evolution. Discomfort is the toll for transformation. You want change, then pay it.
The reason you want it so damn bad is because you know you can get it. You know you're capable. You know if you do everything right or everything that you're supposed to do, that you can achieve it. And as a matter of fact, every time that you get a little bit closer, you just want it more. Because you're proving to yourself that you can actually do it. And when you know you can do it, you get pissed off when you don't have it already.
Believe in yourself and don't rely on anybody to believe in you. Don't rely on anybody to push you or make you better. Believe in yourself and only yourself, and allow that human being to make you a better person.
Pressure is a privilege. You want to be somebody, then you face the pressure. You want to be legendary, then you face the pressure. You want to prove you are exactly who you say you are, then face the pressure. Top of the morning, ain't no money in the bed. Baby, wake that ass up. Understand this. Pressure only finds the ones with potential. Pressure only sits on the shoulders of those who are capable of handling more. Because everybody wants the reward. Everybody wants to be that one. But few are willing to carry the weight that comes with it. Average people run from the pressure, but the greats lean into it. Because pressure reveals who's built for excuses and who's built for responsibility. Because you don't get to say you want greatness but complain when the work gets heavy. You don't pray for an opportunity to change your life, then fold when the kitchen gets too hot. That heat that you feel, that pressure you feel, yeah, that's the price of the life that you say you wanted. So don't ask for less pressure. Find a way to thrive in it, because pressure is a privilege. It means that you're in the room. It means that you are in the moment. It means that you are one decision away from separating yourself. So now is not the time to run. Now is not the time to fold. So stand tall, lock in, and face the pressure. How bad do you want it? Are you willing to pay the cost? Are you willing to risk it all for only a vision that you can see? Because if you're not willing to sacrifice who you are for who you could become, then that dream was never yours to begin with. Top of the morning, ain't no money in the bed. Baby, wake that ass up. Understand this. Winners aren't chosen. Winners are built piece by painful fucking piece, through discipline, through pressure, through every moment where giving up felt easier than going on. Everybody wants that victory, right? Everybody wants that success, but only a few are capable of handling the war and the adversity that comes with it. Only a few can keep moving on those days where the doubt gets louder than their confidence, when the progress feels invisible, when life gives them every opportunity to fold, but they still decide not to. And those few who refuse to stay down when that pressure hit, when that pain hit, those are the ones that destiny chose, because they were willing to pay the price. There's a cost of greatness that must be paid every single day, through blood, sweat, tears, lack of friends, lack of sleep, that most are not willing to pay. That's why most will not be great. So my question to you is this: are you willing to pay the cost? Good morning.
I want to wake up and feel it. The ache in my legs, the burn in my lungs, the fire in my gut saying, you're doing something that truly matters. You didn't have to, but you are. Let the world see the struggle. Let the setbacks play out in public. If I fail, let it be spectacular. Because at least then, you know I swung for something massive. Something that scared me, truly. Something that stretched me. You can't become a different person by living the same day over and over. You can't find your edge without bleeding for it. So I say goodbye to hesitation, to halfway, to good enough, to maybe tomorrow. And I say hello to discipline and purpose and the man I'm building rep by rep, step by step, and day by day. Because I don't want to wake up 10 years from now with potential left in the tank. I want it empty, gone, every ounce. I want to see what happens when I give everything I've got, not for a medal, not for applause, but because greatness is a decision, and it's who I've decided I am. So again, this isn't about age. It's about urgency. And at 37, I've never been more committed to becoming something rare. So let's go. Let's suffer, let's break, and let's rebuild. Let's find out who we become when excuses are replaced with action and dreams are dragged out of our heads and placed into reality.
You need to become massively impatient. You need to take action now. Every single day, you delay trying to achieve things you want to achieve. It gets harder to get it done. The mountain you are climbing is growing. You do not have time to stop and rest halfway up the mountain, because every single time you do that, more rock appears from the tectonic plates, and the summit, the peak, gets further and further away. You may walk a mile, but it grows a mile, and then you end up treading water, staying exactly where you are. You must become massively impatient. Time is up. Everything is getting worse. All of the dreams and aspirations you have for 2026 must be enacted now. If you want to get rich, you need to make money now. You cannot save money. You cannot sit around hoping that money comes later. You can't put it in a 401k and wait 10 years. Who says there's going to be an economy in 10 years? Who says there's even going to be a dollar left in 10 years that's not already in fucking Somalia? It is over. Time is up. Mass impatience. Mass action. You must do everything that you want to do instantly, without compromise, without respite. Your time is up to win.
They gave up on you, but you never gave up on yourself. They didn't believe in you, but you found a way to thrive. Every setback shapes you. Every doubt strengthens you. You're not here by accident. You're here because you endured. And now your story is becoming someone else's reason to keep going. Top of the morning, ain't no money in the bed, baby. Wake that ass up. Understand this. You didn't get here by accident. You got here because you refused to stop. There were days where the progress didn't show. Days where the grind felt lonely. Days where you questioned if the work was worth it. But you still showed up anyway. And that's the difference. Not talent, not luck, not motivation. Consistency. You showed up when you were tired. You trusted the process when the results were quiet. And that quiet work, yeah, that's what built you. That's what turned you into the dog that you are. Every setback didn't break you. It refined you. Every doubt didn't stop you. It sharpened you. So now when someone sees your effort, they find hope. When someone sees your resilience, they find belief. And when someone sees your discipline, they decide not to quit. So when times get hard again, and believe me, they will, remember who you are. Remember what you survived. Remember that you earned the right to keep going. Because that same discipline that carries you through the struggle will carry you into everything that you are becoming. Good morning.
Anything but average. To put it simply, because life is too short for anything other than your everything. Here's the simple truth. The hours will go by. The calendar pages will turn. The skin on your face will wrinkle and your hair will gray. This isn't a question, this is reality. It's a fixed game we're playing. But what you do in that brief window we call life, on the other hand, well, that's your story to write. See, life is a candle already lit. The flame will burn whether you tend to it or not, but how bright it glows, its warmth, its reach, its impact, how much light it pours into the world, that part is yours entirely. So burn bright. As bright as you possibly can. You owe that to yourself, and you owe it to the world. See, there is one enemy as far as I'm concerned. That enemy is regret. Knowing that there was even a drop of life left in you when all is said and done. Knowing that you had dreams and they stayed imaginary. Allowing yourself to, as Thoreau eloquently put it, lead a life of quiet desperation. Allowing your passion, your aspiration, and your potential to go to the grave with you.